Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back to today's Whips, Bits and Chat. Come on, let's go and see what I got for you this week. Okay, so first up this week, it's a video, a roundup. Put your fingers in your ears if you don't want to see anything or any place where you can spend some money this week. It was a few shout outs. There were 3 videos that went up. There would have been more, but I'll explain why there wasn't later on in this video, she says through gritted teeth. Okay, so the first video up this week was theworks.co.uk, and it was for a sale alert. Now, I like going there every now and then to have a nose at what they've got. Now, they are closing a couple of brick and mortar stores, but they have still got their online presence, and they've still got brick and mortar stores. Fingers crossed the one closest to you is still open if you're in the UK. So it's definitely worth a look at that video, and then of course a look on the site to see if there's anything there you want to grab. Next item up was a book review. It was a 35 beautiful projects. Where is it gone? And a motif and floral motifs, cute and easy crochet flowers. What a title. Okay, so a few of you have already had a look at that one. Some of you have said interesting, others have said not for me, others have said I've already got 5 or 6 floral books on my bookshelf, so I've got no room for this one. Okay, which is perfectly fine. They're the sort of comments I like. The more you comment on the videos, the more I can sort of work out what sort of things would interest you and what wouldn't, which would then in turn make it a little bit easier for me to make content that you guys like, rather than making it and only getting 20 watches and that's it. Right, okay, the third video up was wilco.com closing down sale, closing down great deals, sale, and all that sort of stuff on the title to try and draw your eyes to it. In the comment section of that box, I've added a little bit more detail. At one point it looked like Wilco's was going to be getting brought out in its entirety. The people that were going to do that have decided against it now, so they're looking for people to buy parts of the whole thing. So we may end up seeing some Wilco branded items in other shops. Fingers crossed. We'll just have to wait and see what happens there. But between now and then, everything's on sale. They're trying to clear away their stock, but be warned, some of the prices may be not as good as you think. So always make sure that you check around first, like your local pound shops or your other shops, to see whether the deals that you're getting on special are actually deals. There's my little tip there. So if you plan to go Wilco's, go to the range first, maybe check their prices, check the pound shop, and check some other cheaper shops in that area to see whether the deals are any cop. Okay, so now that bit's over and done with, what have I been up to this week? Well, it's been a bit of a strange week. For the first half of the week, I wasn't interested in doing anything really. Yes, I got those videos out to you. Yes, I made them on the quick. But other than that, crochet wise, my brain just wasn't in it, but it's got back into it the last couple of days of this week, thankfully. So it means that I can show you the next step of the Ohana blanket and how far I have got up to. Now, due to the amount of balls of yarn I've got attached to this Ohana blanket, I'm not actually going to just pull it up and hold it up and show you, because they will just go everywhere. So what I've done is I've taken a photograph, which I will pop on screen now for you, so that you can have a look and see how far I've got. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm definitely in the swing of it. Definitely understanding how the pattern is working out for me now. I'm starting to speed through it. I still can't do as much as I want to in one sitting, so it is a row and a break, a row and a break. And last week I think I showed you row, where was it? I think it was row 55. I'm gonna have to check, give me a sec. I'll tell you what, having to watch my own videos to find out what I said last week is ridiculous, but at least it's there. Okay, so I'd taken a photograph up to row of 55, but had said to you I've actually got to row of 57. So then this photograph that I'm showing you now is up to row 70. So I'm getting there. I still haven't got to the corner yet. There's still like 13 rows I think to go until I reach corner number 1. Hopefully I will manage to get this done and dusted this coming month, but we never know with me, do we? It is whether I put it down and go, you're in timeout, or what. I just don't know. So yeah, I'm up to row number 70 of 182 rows. Bring on that last 10 or something that's all white and we'll go very, very quickly. Right, so far none of you have contacted me to say, look, I've donated to a charity that's helped building Maui, can I have a copy of that pattern please, like you promised me? I fully understand that the majority of people that would have done that have probably already won it through one of the giveaways for the winner only patterns. But if you haven't and you do want to get your hands on it, all I ask is that you make a donation to a charity, a reputable one please, that's well known, that will help rebuild some, or feed, or rehouse, or something that will help the people of Maui and surrounding areas. And then normally when you give a donation, you'll receive a little message back saying thank you for your donation. If you could send me a copy of that in your email just to prove you've done it. I know it's a bit cheeky, but there are people out there that go, oh, freebie, I'm grabbing that. Whereas this isn't a freebie, this is a thank you. Okay, so it's a thank you reward sort of style system. And then I will, of course, once I see that, I will send it over the pattern to you and you can join in with me. Don't panic though, if the pattern looks a little bit too complicated for you, I will be doing a little video. It'll probably be a tried and tested because it makes life a little bit easier that way. I will do a video that explains the changes within the pattern that I've either done or that I would want to do if I was doing it again, to make it a little bit simpler so that there's not so many colour changes for you. But give me another week or so to keep going with this one first and finish it. Okay, it's probably going to take the month, but you get the gist, yeah? Okay, so Sunday last week I went to the car boot sale with my husband. There's a big fat reason for this. We are going quite regularly now. My husband's found a gentleman who cans his own products, okay, and he makes he does onions, he pickles onions and mixes them with chilies. Now, according to my husband, these are really, really nice and really, really lovely. I'm not even going to risk trying them, but he loves them, and they're on pretty much every single meal as a little side dish. And because of this, he probably goes through a decent sized jar every week. So we go down pretty much every Sunday to pick him up a new jar of these pickles, which means then that Liam comes with us. He's the dog. He gets to walk around, he gets to say hello to people, he gets to say hello to other dogs, and he gets told, no, you're not tinkling up that person's stall. He's tried it. He ain't allowed. And but it's really, really lovely, and it's a nice bit of just one-on-one, well, nearly one-on-one time with me and hubby. Well, I found a stall that was selling little charms. Actually, she was selling all of her charms, all of her bits and pieces like that, and the price wasn't that bad for the whole set, but I didn't need the whole set. I just saw a couple of charms, and so purchased them from her. So what was it, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I was sitting and making earrings. That's right, you heard me, making earrings with these little charms, because I've already got some what are they, earring findings, the top section, and the other bits and pieces that are needed to do that. So I sat down and rolled out about 20 pairs of earrings. Don't know where these are going to go yet, but I've got 20 of them. So I'm going to pop a picture up now showing you the earrings. I did mean to put a pair in, but completely forgot, and I'm not re-recording this section. I've got enough problems going on with my computer as it is. Yeah, so here's the photographs for you. Yep, I know you heard me say issues with my computer. Anybody that's been on this channel for a while knows that when I say issues with computer, it means I want to put a sledgehammer through it. Donk. What's happened is I refused to upgrade to the latest Windows, solely because I knew what changes they were going to be making with it. So I kept refusing. Now it's got to the point where they're going, okay, fine, you don't want to upgrade, but we're not keeping the programs that you're using. So they've now deleted, like there has been like an auto upgrade in the background. They've deleted the app that I used from the App Store for my editing. Okay, so I've had to download the new version of the editing software, and because of that, it means that I'm now having to record sections in bits and pieces so I can stick them in. And it also means I haven't worked out how to cut sections out of middles of things yet. You know, like when I pause for a very long time or I say the wrong word, normally I would have gone into my editing, listened through, stopped at the right moment and cut that one word out and then carried on the video. I can't do that now, so it means I'm having to record the whole section again, and fingers crossed it sounds okay. Now this is the second video I've run through this new editing software. The first one I thought, you know what, I'm going to pick an easy one, and it is for next week's Happy Mail. Yeah, you got a sneaky peek at the outside of the cover, so keep an eye out. That's on Monday. So I edited that one first, or should I say I recorded it to edit it first, because it's a simpler one to normally do. And so I edited it. I tried to save it in the normal place. It was like, no, you have to save it in the cloud. Ugh. I don't see the point in saving it in some mysterious place. Just leave it on my computer, put it where I want it. So once it had finished saving to the cloud, it said, did you want to save to your computer? But yeah, because I haven't worked out how to get on the cloud yet. Is there a ladder I need to purchase? Or is there a magical glass place that I stand in and push loads of buttons and it shoots me through the ceiling? I literally do not deal with the cloud. So I save it to my computer, not in the normal spot I would want to save it because it wouldn't let me choose to put it there. So I'm like, right, okay, done. It's dusted. It's saved in roughly a spot that I should be able to find it. Let's upload it. Well, it wasn't upload. It was, let's delete the one that I don't want. So I deleted that. Then it automatically deleted the other one for me, which meant nothing was saved on the editing software. And I was like, okay, I want to put a hammer through it. I'm going in the other room. I'm going to sit down and play some stupid game on my tablet to wind back down. And then I remembered, because I'd gone on to the delete, I could also do restore. So in I've run, restored it back onto my computer in the files it was, and it was fine. It was saved, so now it got uploaded before I do anything else. Now the problem I have is it's saving the broken files, as in the ones that I recorded, the sections I've recorded is saved in one place, then it saves again in its own editing software, then it saves twice the completed video. So that's taking up 4 times the amount of memory it physically needs to, which then meant that when it came to opening up Photoshop to do the cover photo, I didn't have enough room. This thing has got more memory than I have had my entire life. We all know my brain's shot. So it should be fine, but it's not. And it's just, stop multi-saving in 15 different folders, will you? All I want is to pull this one little file down, use it, collapse it, and it'd be done. Why does it have to save that folder in 5 different places? I just don't know. Does my nut in. But yeah, so now I'm in the process of learning this new editing software. Fingers crossed you get to see this on Sunday. This is Friday, by the way. So I've got 2 days to carry on going and attempt to get this video to look something similar to what previous videos have. Now, I'm not going to be adding music to this one today, as you noticed with the photographs. Normally I would have, but I'm not doing that because that's just even more confusion. So we're going back to basics, and I will slowly incorporate the bits as I remember them. So look out, in 3 to 4 months time, once my brain kicks back in, we should have videos that look the same as normal. And this also means that it's going to take me a little bit longer to get the next tutorial out. Thankfully, I believe I've saved the pumpkin and uploaded. No, I've saved it, I haven't uploaded. So I've got to go back and check that. If I haven't, then I've got to remake it. I've still got the components, thankfully. Other videos that I've got that were massive, luckily about 2 weeks ago I went into the old program and I basically saved all the files completed up to that point, so that I could clear a lot of room on my computer. So thankfully I've got those components. I just hope that this editing software can read them, otherwise they're lost forever and ever and ever. Okay, so another thing I've been doing this week is trying to clear this room up and make it so that we can get to the plug over in the corner. Now, over in that corner is where I put my completed projects that are stacked on a chair, which I'm actually having to sit on at the moment. Hubby's computer chair broke, so he's on his constantly because that's where he works. So he nabbed the one from in here, and I've got my chair, my dining table chair, which normally has a stack of stuff on it, which is for the next tried and tested. I had it all set up, all ready to go, of course, before I went to Australia. Then it was the emergency trip to Australia, so it got put on the chair in order of how I wanted it to be done. Now that's had to be moved, so we can get, like, I've got somewhere to sit, and of course it can, yeah. So I've cleared that corner. I've moved quite a bit round to here. I've got a giant bag here. These are my incomplete, my whips. Yeah, it's my whips bag. So that's got like the brown spotty bag that still needs its lining. It's got the cactus bag that still hasn't been put together. What else is there? Some projects that are in there that I need to remember how I made them so that I can record them, and also some bags of yarn with patterns for recording, because they were ones that I was going to be recording this week, but of course down to the editing issue I didn't want to run the risk of completely losing my brain cell and headbutting walls, because that's how I felt earlier on in the week. So that's the bag that you will get to see later on in the month, fingers crossed. And then there is another bag the same size that's got all of my completed items that of course I'm going to be showing you on a future tried and tested. There's about 3 different videos in there shoved in in the hopes that I remember, 1, where I found the project, 2, where I copied it from, and then all the rest of it. So it's making sure that the next one that comes out is something that's going to interest you, and hopefully, fingers crossed, will be appropriate for this time of year for you. So once this video is uploaded and ready to go for Sunday, I am then going to carry on sorting out the rest of this room. The idea behind it is that we can stick another extension lead in. I've already got one that's running, that's full, so I've got to pick up that other plug and run that one so that I can have a second monitor, because if I have a second monitor it is going to make recording certain videos a lot easier, and it is also going to help when it comes to lives when I get back into doing those again. But that means I've got to find room for now for 2 screens on this table and everything else. Oh well, but it will get done. I've just got to tie husband to this chair to help me set it all up and do all the behind the scenes technical stuff, because he's the tech and I'm the brain dead one of the household. I call myself that, you don't have to tell me I'm not, I know I am. But yeah, so once that's set up, fingers crossed this whole area will work out perfectly to be able to then record videos properly, and I can also make sure that everything else is sorted out and exactly how I want it, because I do want to change what's in these cubes here a little bit, and reorganize my 4x4 cube set that are over in the corner that you don't get to see until I turn the table back round again next year. That's right, I might turn the table, which will do my nutting again, but there we go. You know what I'm like, super duper crazy. Okay, so at the beginning of August, actually the 6th of August, was my birthday, and on the Whips Bits and Chat video I was running a little competition, and to enter what you needed to do was read the description box, because there was a code word in there that I asked you to put into your comments somewhere. Now the code word was 35 again. Okay, that's quite simple. Now what I've done is I've gone through all of the comments on that video, and a cheeky tip, if you ever see eyeballs in the title of a video, always make sure you watch them, because those are my competition ones. Okay, and I put the eyeballs there so that I remember to look back because yeah, brain. But I do it like that, so it's hidden. We're not going to be getting people that are just jumping around channels typing in the word competition or prizes. It's actually going to be people that watch the videos that are going to end up being able to enter. And so that's a little cheeky tip. If you're quite new to the channel, make sure you look out for eyeballs on titles. Okay, right, so let's get on with this draw. I'll just set it up. Okay, so I've got my magic wheelie thingy namey picky thingy bob and I've put the names on who have all added in that code word of 35 again. We have Have a Go Joe, Dinky Crafts Jennifer, Naughty Old Crochet, I hope I've said that correctly, Sabrina Melliger, Manford Makes, that's our Sam, Teresa's Handmade Designs, Raylene, Sharon Sutcliffe and Ninja, and Lanston Crochet. Sorry if I've said your names wrong, I've squidged them all together, or they are squidged together, which makes it a little bit harder for me to read. Right, so let's push this button and try and work out how to do this. There we go. Right, so here we are. Here is the wheel with everybody's names on. Let me check. Yep, you've each got 2 entries because there was only a small amount of you that did actually enter. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Is it going to do it? There we go. What is it doing? Congratulations, Sharon. Now, I haven't actually told you what you're going to win yet because I'm not sure what country you are in. If you are in the UK and you would like a little package, it won't be anything major expensive or anything, but if you're in the UK, please make sure in your email you state little package if you want that. Or of course there is a choice of any of the written patterns over on Ravelry, or one of the winner only patterns. There's quite a few to choose from. So if you tell me what sort of thing you're after, or of course if it's the winner only pattern, sorry, you tell me what you're after and I will see if I've got one. Or of course pop over quickly and have a nose on Ravelry and then tell me which pattern you would like off of Ravelry. Congratulations, honey, and make sure you put a comment in the comment section of this video first before you fire me over the email. Sweet. And I will talk you through all of the rest of it. Congratulations. And if you're from outside of the UK, it's a pattern only, I'm afraid. So pop over again to Ravelry, have a check, see which one you would like to grab. If there's nothing there and you'd prefer the winner only pattern, please say winner only pattern, and of course I will send you a list over of the winner only patterns. Hopefully I will hear from you soon. You've got a week to claim your prize, honey. Right, so I've just gone through me emails and everything else, and we don't have any super duper images this week. I do have one promised from a certain cheeky someone, but she said she will send that to me once it's completely completed. You know who you are, honey. I wonder if you've got to 96% complete yet. Right, that is it for me for today. I will see you all really, really soon. So please remember, stay chilled, stay happy, and keep crafting. Goodbye, everybody.